What is going on? I'm ZMOT coming to you from my in-laws' RV in their front yard. It is melting hot. It is scorching hot. The face cam is turned off because I am not wearing a lot of clothes and ain't nobody got time for that. So we are going to scroll over here. Make sure your creator boost is updated. I know we're all in a bit of a summer fog, so figured I'd throw one more reminder your way to get that rocking and rolling. Season 36 has turned into Groundhog Day for me. That's the inspiration for the thumbnail. Spent way more time on that than I should have. So if you are watching this video because of that thumbnail, please leave me a comment because I think I get paid like 1 cent an hour for all of my thumbnail work because I just go overboard on them. Anyways, this season, I am at 6 engine rooms. I was considering going to 7. And the primary reason for that was I figured I could get troop health and I could get seekers, but 7 engine rooms, the deck is so wide and so big that people are just going to torch me, like absolutely torch me. And looking at the maths, I had this come up. So right now, like a couple hours ago now, but it's going to take me until basically the second to last day to get to 7 engine room, and then it's going to take me till the final day to get to troop health. So is that a good idea for me? No, it's definitely not. So I need to change my priorities. I got to go and spend some things and hope that I can get into diamond, because for me, these seasons are all about diamond. I parked 2 accounts like 2 weeks ago in diamond. So this account is just my do something completely and utterly different account. So we're going to try and get it into Diamond. I'm not going to get it into Diamond in this video. And the reason for Diamond, if any of you don't play Warships, or even if you do, this is going to be full on review. But if you look at the year season end rewards for Diamond, for someone who does not do a lot of things in the sculptor, that extra powder, those extra diamonds make a world of difference. So if you're on the fence, like I've heard a couple people now in the comments say, hey, I'm at rank 19 and I'm thinking about parking. There is no advantage to parking in rank 19. Keep pushing, get into diamond. And if you don't get into diamond, then you get those chests along the way. Of course, as long as you're having fun. It's not all about the season end rewards, but for me at this point, that is my driving force. Now, speaking of driving force, the sun is absolutely beating down on me, so please, apologies if I say something ridiculous or stupid because I am melting. Like, my brain is literally on fire. I'm gonna go get these yellow school buses because you can drive a yellow school bus around the archipelago with a quarter of a brain. A little bit of a segue there, totally and utterly unintentional. So I only have 100% on the, what is that called, GBE side. We've got this GBE node over here. Don't have this GBE node here, but we do have the one after 6 engine rooms. We also have troop damage. I feel like I've got a little bit of a leg up on the competition because of that troop damage. I can also throw some seekers behind my buses. Also, quick note, while I'm still coherent, shout out to Nuno. Nuno is in Portugal, I believe. I'm like 95% sure that's accurate, and it's 46 degrees Celsius there. So Nuno, wherever you are, I hope you have a cold drink and some shade, because I can't even imagine that. I melt at 30 degrees, and by the way, I don't even want to convert, I can't convert, I should say, into freedom units for those of you who are in the US of A. I'm not up on Fahrenheit. All I know is 65 Fahrenheit is 19. And that's because of my thermostat. So we are going to give this a go. I'm going to leave 3 boats of seekers in behind. Don't have any idea what I'm doing at this point. I am just going to drop some things. We are going to drop Everspark, and I am probably going to clear a little bit because we don't have troop health. Without troop health, need to be a little bit more slow and cautious, I do believe. So that is what I'm going to try to do right here, right now. We're going to drop some critters. Going to get some critters from there, and then I'm going to go into there. And now we're going to drop our seekers in behind. Is this a good idea? Probably not. Probably really not. But I'm really hopeful that I can do something with our buses here. And I don't have bullet. I don't have brick. It's all about these guys right here. These seekers. And so I'm just going to try my darndest to shock some things and get rid of some things, and I really should have gotten rid of that right there. Seekers are going to come over here, and then we're going to send our buses on ahead, just trying desperately, desperately, desperately to try to keep those Seekers moving, trying to keep them alive, and keep these buses out front and active. I really, really am not feeling like we're going to have a heck of a lot of success on this front, but so far the Seekers are doing okay. We've got a bunch left over. We've got, what's that, 15 left over of the total number. Don't know what that total number is, but we're going to start throwing barrages right about here, trying desperately to see if this strategy is going to work out. Just trying to find anything that's going to work out for us at the moment. That engine room is down. And now we're going to throw some critters over here and throw a shock right there and just hope that our critters can finish off this engine room, and this cannot be a complete and utter kerfuffle. It's probably going to be a kerfuffle, and we're going to leave this video in. We are not going to edit this because I have no time. My computer is on full meltdown mode. We are going to retreat, and my first attack with the buses is going to be a complete and utter bust. More segues. Bust, come on. So, we're going to lose this one. Sino, not Cinco, is going to take down all of our engine rooms, and not super duper great on my part. Probably should have considered throwing Kavan in there because I do have Kavan, but if you saw the times there, we were about 45 seconds faster than Sino. So feeling like our Kino, isn't that a game you play at the pub? Anyways, we're going to keep going. This is not going to be my sexiest video. My sexiest accounts have already been parked 2 weeks ago. Like I've already mentioned, I'm now starting to repeat myself, which is never a good state to be in. Now, if you're still in Warships and you're looking for a task force, we've got lots of them. Kinder 9, probably your best bet. Triangle 9 if you're a full-on operation beast. Let's just do it with all of them. We're just going to do all buses. I'm going to send all of these buses. We even have a little bit of gunboat energy to spare. And then I'm going to send them back to here. And you might be asking yourself, why do you have Crystal Shield enabled? And the answer to that is I have no good reason. That is just me fully and completely making mistakes. I fully intended to get second wind out, and then my brain shut down and I forgot. So not off to a dashing, flying good start, but we are getting some heavies out there, and we do have a decent amount of troop health, so maybe just... troop health. Troop damage, sorry. This is not the season to be talking about troop health. Definitely a lot bit low on the troop health front, but I'm hoping that we can get rid of enough defenses that it's not going to be a massive, massive problem for us. We've already lost at least one of our heavy choppas, so we are going to be in damage repair mode here at the moment, just desperately, desperately trying to throw critters to keep our buses alive and moving. Oh lordy, I mean, we're doing okay. The buses are chugging right along. We're gonna keep that shock mine out of the fray, and now just trying. And now, typically, with only 100% GBE, the idea of barding an engine room is not a great idea. You will not do terribly, terribly well, and that is why I have not thrown any GBE towards that final engine room. We are gonna try to walk our troops over there. And I gotta tell you, I am not feeling it at the moment. I don't think we're gonna do super duper well, but the best thing that could happen to us right now is if one of those buses gets shot down. Actually, if both of those buses gets shot down, but it doesn't. Oh, there we go. We're starting to see, there we go. Now we're gonna get that next flare out, and now I'm just gonna start chucking gunboat energy. Probably should have kept for one more flare, but it's just not looking good here, folks. By not keeping that last flare, our heavies are going to drop, they're going to attack the wrong buildings, and then we are going to be sad as we lose yet again. Am I going to post this video anyways? You bet, because it is way too hot to consider doing anything else. And I know a lot of you are like, it's only 30 degrees, what are you talking about? I'm in the direct sun, and I don't do well in the heat. I am from Canada, where the heat is not the standard. We are going to retreat, leaving that much. We are 0 for 2. Is going to buses a great idea? Maybe? I can't tell you right now. We're probably going to need to... We're going to sneak some of these guys in behind. Maybe put those buses up front. We're also going to bring the proper ability for Kavan. Actually, I'm probably going to go back to Everspark. Let's just bring Everspark. Kavan can heal someone on the bench, on the sidelines. Working things out together. Having a sweat together as well. Let me know if you're in the Southern Hemisphere and you're just chilling in summer. Would love to hear that at the moment. Gosh, Finding an opponent has even taken too long. I've lost a couple battles because my in-laws' internet is not super duper reliable. Oh, it's a gift, my friend. This is an absolute gift. We're gonna try to beat my fastest time. We're gonna go 1-2, 1-1-2, and then 1-2-3-4, all the way up right there. Come on, let's go. We got 354. Like, is that even fair to that 3-engine room player? It sure isn't, but my goodness, do I ever need that. Oh, sorry, Squiggles. I think that's Arabic. If anyone can tell me what that name says, hopefully it says, "What are you doing to me? Matchmaking is not my friend." And that's kind of the point I'm at right now with this season. Because I'm at 6 engine rooms with a lot of tech at a fairly low rank, rank 18, rank 19, I'm getting players who are using like warriors and tanks, and people are using scorchers, and people who are have 3 engine room levels. So definitely should be a lot higher, but it is what it is. The other accounts are already parked. Speaking of parking, I'm going to pause. Actually, you know what? We're not going to pause. Pausing takes too darn long. I'll probably forget or pass out in the heat. So critter cannons, do make sure you're using them. And I've had a couple people on the low levels or the mid levels asking me what troops to use with them. Max levels, I like to throw some bombardiers in behind them. But if you are a low level player, you clearly don't have bombardiers. So what I've been doing on my super duper low level is something like this, where I literally come in against Dr. T. Volcano is a great example, and I drop 1-2 boats of the critter cannons. Now, obviously, critter cannons do not contain, or my landing crafts do not contain two of them at a low level. You guys understand that, but just bringing our troops in, getting those critter cannons to A, clear mines, and B, distract defenses, and then all of our Zookas coming out in front. Not working super duper well here because this is a max level base with a heck of a lot more defenses, but hopefully that will work out for you. I've also heard of people who are saying they're using low level scorchers with these puppies. I can't speak from experience on that, but as long as you have life leech, that should be a decent approach. Need to worry about the range defenses there, though. The single shot stuff, the shock blasters, not a concern because those critters are going to distract them. But as soon as you start getting close to rocket launchers, you need to get rid of those rocket launchers, or they're going to shoot over top of the critters and your troops are going to die and you're going to be super duper sad. So critters, cannons, and Zookas, critter cannons, and Grenadiers not quite as good simply because Grenadiers tend to kill your critters, but lots and lots of options. Let me know in the comments which troops you're using with those critter cannons. Just need something behind the damage, behind the tank, and the tank, of course, is those critters up front. Kavan, a great choice as always, trying to keep those troops alive. Didn't do a great job, still lost 17 Zookas, but hopefully in that quick little intermission? Nope, they're still going. This is one of the downsides about warships and getting low-level opponents, even with Seekers, and I've only seen 2 people using Seekers, and that means me and 204. If you've used Seekers, please hit me up in the comments, because I feel like this is one of the most anti-Seeker seasons, and I know that's going to make a bunch of people happy. Seekers, for people who don't have instant training, same thing with the yellow buses, though, tend to make people a little bit grumpy when they do well, and I can see that side, but I am firmly on the other side of the fence on that one. Love me some Seekers. So far in this video, we have gone 2-1. I assume that's going to be a win. We were 354, hoping to do one more battle. You know what? I am going to pause right here. Okay, battle is over. They managed to get all but 3 of the engine rooms. I kind of wish you could just like make your own engine rooms blow up. I wish that player could get all the engine rooms, but we are going to come back in. We're going to get rid of those Grenadiers. If you're wondering why the heck I loaded Grenadiers, it's because if typically I drop all Seekers against 3 engine room bases, because it would really suck to drop all yellow buses and then have no gunboat energy and have to actually attack things. So that is my logic there. Hoping, my goal here is to get a little bit of this action going, get a little bit more yellow bus, and then a little bit more Seeker, or get some of this in behind. We're going to find out, though. Let's just do one more battle, hoping to end on a 500 note. The troop health. These front-loaded bases, troop health would be incredibly, incredibly useful. I know. So what we're going to do here is we're going to, you know what, I kind of feel like not all buses is a good idea, just because otherwise we're going to end up with those buses getting shot down fairly quickly. And then we're going to go something like this, trying to drop in some critters, mixing in with some yellow buses, and then we're going to have to throw some shocks over here as well, because otherwise our buses are going to get absolutely, absolutely demolished. And if you are in the camp where you're like, what the heck is a bus? Hopefully that should be self-explanatory. The yellow buses are all about the yellow troops that look like buses and come in and hopefully can keep bringing in all these heavies, bringing them to school. We're hoping to take this opponent to school, but so far we've got one bus still alive. We've got no heavies left. But that yellow bus should drop a whole bunch in a couple seconds. And as long as that thing can keep distracting the rocket launchers, that's really all that matters right now. Everspark bringing the critters on this bottom right, that left-hand side bus getting shot in the face by the rocket launcher, and that is a good start. Otherwise, what ends up happening is your, what are those things called? Your rocket choppas end up getting shot down by the rocket launchers, and then you end up with no troops left. So we are going to throw our barrage towards that. This player clearly has building health, I do believe, because otherwise that should have gone down already. Barely squeaking Everspark the heck out, and now we're going to come back and do the full frontal thing one more time. Just waiting a half a second here to get that final shock on that Doom Cannon. We are about to drop all sorts of heavies. Now we're getting into that area where we're going to start to be low on time. Our opponent is going to start hopefully not winning, but that is definitely a concern about now. We are going to throw those critters, we are going to flare over there, and then we are going to throw a couple more critters, hoping to get our rocket choppas onto that engine room as fast as we possibly can. And now it's going to be the absolute race against that sniper tower and against that rocket launcher. Am I going to fizzle yet again? I don't think so. I feel like we've got it this time. It's going to be so close, though. Look at that. No troops left. Might as well barrage those Zookas, and hopefully we can pull out an ugly, ugly PvP win versus LVP. They are coming in hot, though. Like I said, that time right around 145 is when most players, even with random troops, if you're wondering why I'm not using bombardiers with my heavy choppas, it's because I don't have them. Need to make one of those choices very, very soon. I'm going to call this video a day. I shall talk to you soon. Picking up the win, going 500. Let me know in the comments where you're at, what you're using your buses with. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.